Hi everyone. Okay, here we are. We're going to add some basic content to a PowerPoint presentation. I am using Windows 7 and I've already opened up PowerPoint and I am looking at the main screen that you come to whenever you open up PowerPoint. Okay? Okay, here we go. Let's see. If I wanted, so we've already got a couple of text boxes here. We've got one for a title and one for a subtitle. Again, this is the automatic, the default page that comes up when you open up a new presentation. If I wanted to go ahead and add my title to this, I would click on the text and it automatically disappears because PowerPoint's put it in there automatically. So when you go to type something new in, it will delete it for you. Okay. So I'm going to put PowerPoint content because that's what we're going to be discussing. Let's see, and then I can add a subtitle down here. Spell correctly here. All right. Now let's say I wanted to change the font that I have here for my title. I can do that one of two ways. I can click on the font, that will show me, click on the text, and that will show me the text box. And then I can go ahead and either highlight all of the text, or I can change my text box from this dotted line to a solid line by clicking on it. And you can see my cursor went away, and I have a solid line here now, and whatever I do now will affect the entire title instead of just what I highlight. Okay, so to change our font, we're going to be up here, we're going to be in the home page, and our font stylings are on the left side. I'm going to have a drop down menu just like I do for all of Microsoft Office's options here, and I'm going to change the font. Now let's say I just wanted to change the word content to highlight it. I'm going to wait till my mouse turns to a cursor here, and I'm going to highlight the word I want to change, and then I can just change that word. Okay. If I wanted to change the color of the font, I could either highlight all of it, or again, I can just highlight one word, or I can click on the outside box so it turns into this solid line, and I can manipulate the whole thing. So let's say I want it all to be smaller. Okay, let's say I want it all to be orange. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the color option right here. It always looks like a big capital A with an underlined red is what you get default, and I can change the color. Let's say I want it bold. I can do that up here as well. If I want it italicized, I can do that, and I can underline it up here as well. Let's say I wanted the font smaller. They've got some quick buttons here where I can make the font smaller or bigger. If I want to have it all in capitalized, I can have that option too. That's a quick option here that I've recently discovered and really like. I can change the way the letters are spaced here as well. Okay. Let's see. Let's say I want to add some sort of color background behind my title here. Maybe I want to make it gray. For that, you're going to go into the drawing tools here. You're going to click on the format menu, and this gives you lots of options. You can change the shape of your box. You can add another text box. You can do some of these preset colors we've got over here. If you drop down this menu, you've got a lot more options. Okay, gives me some preset colors. Ooh, some of those are pretty cool. If I just wanted to do my own customizing and fill this shape myself, I would click Shape Fill, and then I can find my color and decide what I like. I really like the blue and orange. I think that looks cool. I can also add an outline right here. Let's say I wanted a black outline around my text box. That's hard to see, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make it a thicker outline. So I'm going to go back to the Shape Outline drop down menu, and I'm going to go to Weight, and I just have to hover my mouse over it, and I can make that line thicker so that you can see it better. Okay. Let's say that I accidentally click off of it. Oh no, now my menu up here is gone. How do I get back to that? Well, all I have to do is click inside my box again, and that format menu comes back. Again, I'm going to want to change my text box so that it's not the dotted line, but so that it's the solid line, so it affects everything within the text box. Let's say I want to add a little orange glow to it to show off some of that well, let's do blue to show off some more of that blue. You can see that soft glow gets added to the outside of the text box. If you want to add a shadow, that's also under text effects. Glowing, making soft edges, reflections, those are all options available under the format and the drawing tools right here. If you wanted to change the style of the font you've got here, you could just highlight it, or again, change the box to that solid line. And then you would use this drop down menu, and it gives you some preset options. You can see over here, it's already changing it when I hold my mouse over one. It's kind of a nifty little tool there. Okay, you can change the style of text to some of the preset ones you've got. If you want to change the color of the inside of your text, you would go over here to text fill, and that will let you change the color of the inside of your text. If you want to add a shadow just to your text, not to your whole text box, just the text within it, you could do that here as well under text effects. Okay. Down here I have my little guy that's kind of gotten forgotten, and let's say I've decided I don't want him around anymore. I could do one of two things. I can click on the box so you see the text box is a solid line, and I can delete it. I just hit the delete button on my keyboard, or I can click send backwards, and suddenly that by you, it's gone. It's no longer there. If I decided that I wanted it back, I would click on the box that's actually in front of it and click send backwards. Whoops, backward, not forward. And the Bayou is back, because now the Bayou is layered on top of the title box, the PowerPoint content that I've got up there. Okay. To add slides, you're going to go back to the home page menu, and you can click on the new slide button. It's got a little star up there, up in this home menu. If you click on the new slide button, it will automatically format it like this, where you have a title at the top, and then you can click to add text with bullet points. If you decide you don't want that, let's say you want a title, but you want two boxes. Whoops. You want two boxes where you can add two different pieces of content. Okay, I want to change the layout. So I'm still on my home menu, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this layout button, and it'll give you 9 different types of layouts to choose from. Okay. If you already know that you want a slide that's going to have the title and 2 slides, or maybe you want one that's only going to have a title, then you can choose that when you're making a new slide just by clicking the drop down menu, and you'll get one that just has the title only. Oh no, now I have 4 slides over here. I don't need 4. I only need this one with the title only, and maybe the one with the 2 content area. And I accidentally have 2 with the 2 content area. So what you can do there is you're over here on the left hand side with your slides menus, and you can right click on your mouse and click delete slide. You can also change the layout that way as well. It'll bring up that set of 9 layout options. Okay. From here, when you add a new slide too, I just want to mention this real quick. You can also duplicate slides you have selected, or you can reuse some slides that are on other presentations. Okay, I'm going to delete that extra slide. Okay, so here we are. I have a title up here, and then I'm going to add some content down here, and I have content and blah. Okay, I don't like these bullets. They're boring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight what I have for my bullets, or again, I can just click on the outside of the box and it'll affect everything. And then I'm going to come up here, and I am in the home menu still, and I'm going to click on the bullets option, and it will give me other options to use for the bullets. And you can see still off to the left, it's giving me a little preview. Okay. If you wanted to add notes, so the point of PowerPoint is to kind of be for presentations. So the text that goes into your PowerPoint is going to be very short, and it's going to be outline format traditionally. If you want to add some notes down here to remind you what you need to talk about, you can do that here below the presentation itself. These will print out when you print it in note format, and I'm going to show you that here in a second. So let's say I've got my outline up here and I want to remember that I want to talk about a bunch of stuff here before I go on to the next slide, and I can write that information down here in the notes section. And that just says click to add notes, and you'll see it down there. Notes. Okay. All right, let's talk a little bit about printing the presentation. Over here on the left, you'll see the file button highlighted. If you click on it and then click print, you'll see that you've got your printing options right here on the left hand side. One of the main menu we're going to be using is this one that starts out default saying full page slides. If you click on that, it will give you a lot of different options. The first one is the notes page, the one I was just talking about. So I'm on page 2. Here's my title page. If I had notes for my title, they would be down here. Here is my second page. You can see where I wrote the word notes. Those are the notes that I took. And there is my last page that I don't have anything printed on. You can also go to, you can also make an outline. This just prints out the text that is actually in your presentation in an outline format. You can print so that you have one slide per page. This makes it one slide per page, but not the full page. Okay. You can also print 2 slides per page, 3 slides per page. I like this one because it offers a place for people to take notes. 4 slides per page, all the way up to 9 slides per page. That's 3 in a row and 3 columns of slides. And that way you can save some paper and not just print one at a time. But if you feel like you need to print one at a time, that's all right too. So there are the basics, adding text all the way up to doing some printing and manipulating the text as well. And thank you for your time.